Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another first look. And as you can see on the screen right now, this time around, it is a first look of The Witness. Before I start this first look, I have to give out a few warnings. The first warning is it could be that this first look will get a tiny bit lengthy. Or not. That is the question about it. So it could be a relatively short video or it could be a relatively long video. So keep that in mind. The second thing is, if you don't like people that voice, I think it's called in English, constructive criticism. If you are a hardcore fanboy of something and you can't stand people voicing their opinion in a normal manner, without flaming, without anything, this video is nothing for you. I am pretty sure that I am in the minority of my opinion when it comes to this game, and I am pretty sure that if people see this and actually take the time to watch the video until the end, that most people will probably not agree with what I have to say. First, a little bit about the story of The Witness, or a little bit about the story of the guy that made this game. The guy is called Jonathan Blow, and he pretty much got pretty, he got a lot of attention because he is the game creator of a nice little indie game that came out in 2008 that is called Braid. Here I go so far already, and this is where the fanboys are gonna start to hate me. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but Braid, in my personal opinion, is one of the most overhyped games in the last 10 years. It is a wonderful game, it is a great game, but the hype that Braid got and the attention and the hype that the game reviewers, the gaming journalists built around this game is unbelievable for me. And let's be honest, the only reason Braid got so much hype was because of the Summer of Arcade. Braid was like the first game, or one of the first games, that got highly advertised through the Summer of Arcade on Xbox Live Arcade in 2008. And obviously now everyone waited for Jonathan Blow's next game called The Witness. He advertised it pretty early as a puzzle game, and it clearly is a puzzle game, but I'm gonna come to that in a second. He advertised it as a big puzzle game on a big open island. That all is true, but I don't want to sound disrespectful. But I know that making a game like this is work, but I really wonder what took so long. Yes, they have a small team. I don't want to start like that. I don't want to start off on a negative note so far. But I don't understand, I give a fucking rat's ass about ratings. I give a fucking rat's ass. I'm not gonna let myself be influenced by people saying something about a game or game reviewers. It's so terrible for me to see if I see review sites and people are actually buying games on one opinion. This is the worst thing that you can do. But the game reviewers are all on the same page and say that this is a game, that this is like a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10 game. And with that, I'm kind of spoiling it already. I don't see it like that. I'm not giving this game a rating. I would never go so far down and would rate a game, because I think rating games or giving the games points or whatever, or percentages, is so fucking 90s. We need to get rid of the fucking rating system in video games, but it's just me. And yeah, we're gonna come to that in a second. A little bit about this thing. I was actually recording a playthrough for YouTube. Yes, The Witness is clearly not the best game to be, in quotation, let's played, but I was playing it yesterday for around 3 till 4 hours, and I was making a playthrough. It was a pretty calm playthrough. I didn't talk that much, I didn't make that many jokes, but over the course of the playthrough, I noticed and I decided to stop playing the game, because with every ongoing minute minute, I was begging to myself, please give me a different kind of puzzle. This game is advertised as a puzzle game, and the whole game is built around one concept of puzzle. One concept of puzzle that varies at some point, where the rules sometimes are getting upside down and everything, but overall, The Witness is based around one concept of puzzle, and that killed me. My personal opinion. Okay, so I would say we're gonna go into the game. First of all, I hate video games. Not only, I'm not hating, I'm not saying that The Witness is a bad game because of that. But what the fuck is wrong with game developers? Like, you start a video game, it instantly goes into the game. You ever heard of a fucking main menu or something like that? Like, seriously, if you make a fucking video game, make a main menu. Like, I'm in the menu right now because I paused the game. There is no main menu, so it instantly throws you into the game and nothing else. Another thing is, like, the settings menu is a joke. This is the settings menu, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else. Without going into the .ini file, you can't set resolution, you can't set this, you can't set that. The only thing that you can set is, I think, the quality of the game and full screen and VSync. Fucking bullshit. It's a fucking PC game. Give it a proper menu and give it proper settings. This is a joke of a settings menu. I'm sorry. The thing is, it doesn't need a proper settings menu, but still, you build something like that in, you build a main menu in, you don't make a PC game go instantly in the game, because many people don't even know if the game runs on their PC. Like, how many people probably started this game and the game was running with 10 FPS and then they needed to restart it, they needed to get in the .ini file. It's fucking bullshit. At least I didn't see a configure menu, but maybe I'm blind. If there is a configure menu, then take everything what I said, not for granted, but I didn't find one. And if you make a configure menu, you make it within the game. But yeah, I start with a pretty negative note already, and this is probably where the complete first look goes. Again, this is a first look, but I played it for 3 till 4 hours again. I decided to not put the playthrough of me playing the game on YouTube, because it was me only bitching around that it's the same puzzle and that it's killing me. Like, the puzzles until the point where I played were not even really hard. There was one puzzle where I was stuck for like 3 minutes on, and that's it. Maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I think I talked like 10 minutes already, so I would say we're gonna go into it. The good thing is, with that long talking segment, people that don't want to see this video fucking shut off the video anyway already, and only the people that are really interested to see about my opinion about this video are still here. So yeah, we're gonna start a new game, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I want to restart. I think every time you start a new game, it makes a new save file. So yeah, as you can see, The Witness plays in first person, and we kind of start, this kind of reminds me of Portal a little bit, and we kind of start in like some tube thing. Fun fact is, I think, oh, now we can look around. Fun fact is, I was not able to look around here at the beginning. Oh, now I can look around. Like, at the beginning here, I was not able to look around. Maybe there's an Easter egg right now, a screamer. No, probably not. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. So yeah, we walk around in first person, and the first thing that I have to say, we don't see much of it right now, but you will see it in a second. The game is absolutely wonderful. By the way, I'm playing it with a controller, and by the way, this is the puzzle. This is the type of puzzle you can expect in this game. If you saw this puzzle, and I'm gonna say it extremely hardcore right now, if you see this puzzle right now, this is all this game has. I am not joking. So we're gonna go out a little bit. Here, obviously, like for the complete idiots, we obviously have to make it extremely easy at the beginning. By the way, these things are considered puzzles already, I'm not joking. And now, we finally go out of here. And here is pretty much the thing that I have to say about the game. Fuck, is this game gorgeous. I don't remember when I saw such a gorgeous game. I mean, look at this. I mean, if you don't like this style, obviously, you will hate the look of it, but it is incredibly sharp. It is incredibly sharp. What did I say? Clean. It is just an incredibly gorgeous game in my personal opinion. By the way, you should be able to see the video in 2K and 60 FPS, hopefully. I think my DX story is dropping around a little bit. But yeah, what I like about this game is not giving you any hints. Well, at least I don't remember seeing any hints or whatever. So you are out here and you kind of have to explore the stuff yourself. And here we kind of see a gate that we can't go through right now. And we see here some cables. What means we obviously have to look around and start solving puzzles, because this game is all about puzzles. So we're gonna go here, and as you can see, the puzzles are getting harder already. But we still have the same amount of puzzle where we have to bring the line to the end line. Like, I don't want to bitch about this right now, because this is only the beginning of the game. For some reason, the file that is getting written on my hard drive seems to have slight FPS issues. So in case if the feed is not 100% fluid, I apologize for that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing here right now. Like, at this point, I was like I'm gonna try to explain you the feelings that I had during my playthrough that I will not upload on YouTube. Maybe I'm gonna upload it at one point, but I probably won't. Like, I was like, okay, they're gonna start with a puzzle like this. And as you can see, this obviously gets harder and harder with everything. And now I actually have to look where to go. I have to go here. And, you know, you see already that the puzzles itself are getting harder. And I pretty much follow these things, and I think the first thing is open right now. What means we still have a few more puzzles to solve here for the gate to open. So obviously we have to look around a little bit, look at this wonderful scenery. Like, as much what I say to the game, like, you know, you will. I'm gonna come to it in a second. Okay, wait a moment. Now I have to look a little bit harder. I think I have to start on the right, do I? And the thing is, with what I think I fucked it. No, with what you see right now, this type of puzzle, like, I'm not going over the top, or I'm not being an asshole here if I say to you, you saw everything of the game already. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, you saw everything of the game already. Oh, here the shadows, unfortunately. Do you see the shadows here? Here, how they are blurry, and now as farther as I go, as nearer as I go to them, they get sharper. This is something, I mean, come on, we are on a fucking PC, you don't have to do it like that. Like, but it's just a minor graphic detail that I don't like too much. And maybe if you do something in the .ini file, you can actually modify that, but I have no idea about that. But yeah, as you can see, we are in the first area, we have random stuff lying around. And the whole setting about this game is that we are on a goddamn island. And we have no idea what's going on. In the few hours that I played so far, I had no idea what's going on all the time. And now I have to, give me a second, I want to put this one. Here we can actually put the thing on 2 different locations. Sometimes you can solve a puzzle on 2 different locations, and then something else is happening. But like I said, I don't want to say it again, but this was it. If you expect that there are other puzzles, maybe I just expected too much. The thing is, I didn't have any expectations at all with the game. Like, I knew, okay, Jonathan Blow is gonna make another game, yada yada yada. It will probably be cool, but I kind of, you know, am not hyped or whatever. And when he said he makes a puzzle game, and when I saw the first footage, I was like, oh my god, this game is like Myst. I don't know how many people of you know Myst, probably not many people, and look how gorgeous the game is. Oh my god, is it beautiful. Like, I say a lot about this game probably, but fuck, is this game beautiful. Look at this. Like, maybe I'm going over the top here right now, but I think this is so extremely beautiful, so colorful, so sharp. I mean, look at this. Wow. I would like to play a proper adventure game with that look. Fuck, is this game beautiful. And yes, we can go all there. And by the way, speaking about puzzles, look at this. Does that work already? There we go. Not only that you have puzzles on these monitors all the time. You even have puzzles in the environment. But as you can see, it's the same exact puzzle again. I think I cannot solve it right now. What? Did I? Oh, I did. With this puzzle, I activated something there. I think that's an obelisk or something like that. With these things, I think you activate obelisks. And you saw, like, you kind of see that he tries to make the puzzles even be in the environment. There's even a puzzle somewhere with a cloud, where you can do the same thing with a cloud. Is it here already? I don't think so. But what my big problem is about the game, and what I want to show you, is that it's all the same shit. By the way, is this one too here? No. It is all the same shit. You have to fucking connect the line with something else. I'm not gonna go in there right now. This is pretty much the first puzzle area. And I think I'm done with the game already. I mean, what am I supposed to say? Should I fucking talk about this game now for the next 60 minutes and bitch around it? Okay, here we at least have a little twist. Look at this. We have a little twist here. This is the only thing that's gonna happen with the puzzles. The puzzles are getting more and more complex, and more twists are getting added with the ongoing game. So what do I have to do here? I'm gonna be the idiot right now and do it like this. This will obviously not work. Okay, this is not gonna work. Both things are fucking blinking. Let's do it like this. This is not gonna work too. Both blinks are blinking again. Maybe I have to do it like this. There we go. And with this, you learn about the mechanic that you have to separate black from white. No racists intended or whatever. But yeah, we have to separate now the black things from the white things. So you pretty much learn this concept of the puzzle. This is pretty much the tutorial for learning the concept of this puzzle, that you have to separate black from white. This is obviously pretty easy so far. This is there just for you to learn it, you know. But again, you see that it's the same goddamn fucking puzzle as from the beginning already. Here, for example, if I do it like this, I fuck myself, because you can't go over the same line again here. What means we have to do it obviously a little bit different and come from this side. And this is what you do the whole game. There is no other puzzle. Okay, let me actually think here a little bit. I have to separate black from white. I'm gonna be stuck already. That should be it here. So, obviously it makes you think on times, and now I even have to think about it, even with me playing it like a few hours ago. Wait a moment, I think I fucked it up already. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Oh, it's probably like this. There we go. That should be it. And this is really, what am I, let me try my thoughts. At the beginning, don't get me wrong, it feels extremely rewarding, because, hell, it's a fucking puzzle game, you know? And I think I fucked this up already. This is extremely rewarding at the beginning. And I really don't have anything against this concept. Okay, we solved the whole puzzle thing. Sometimes, if you solve a puzzle section, something is gonna happen. Sometimes nothing is gonna happen. In this case, nothing happened. This pretty much was a tutorial right now. By the way, wasn't there a map or something like that? I think I don't even know. Was there a map in this game? No, I don't think there was a map in this game. I think I'm mixing that up with something else right now. But yeah, This pretty much dealt with as a tutorial. We now learned that, you know, it's not just us moving a line to the endpoint. No, now we needed to do it with a twist. And now it was like, you know, it was like we needed to separate black from white. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with basing a game around a puzzle mechanic like this. You know what the problem is, ladies and gentlemen? This is the whole game. Every single puzzle in this game uses this mechanic, and it's killing me. Here we have another tutorial mechanic. Let me actually show it to you. Let's just try to go to the end. Okay, it does not work. Two things are blinking here. What pretty much means we have to cover the black things with our line here. Again, this is like a tutorial right now, and obviously it's not as hard. I actually got to some stuff already that was pretty tough. Still, I was not stuck at any puzzle so far for more than 5 minutes so far. And I read about it, and after I decided to... I think I fucked that one up already, did I? After I decided to... I think I fucked it up completely. Let's start from the beginning. That's like this here. After the 3 till 4 hours where I played the game, I decided to not play the game anymore. For me, I saw everything after 3 till 4 hours. And I hope... Yeah, that's right. And I actually looked at the guide to see if there is any change in puzzles. And no, there isn't. And this is killing me. This is fucking killing me. Like, it took 7 years to build a game around one puzzle variation. It is one variation of puzzle. Look at the fucking Professor Layton. A Professor Layton, every single Professor Layton game comes with at least 150 puzzles. And I would say at least half of these 150 puzzles are unique. You have math puzzles, you have geometry puzzles, you know what I mean? You have different parts of puzzles, while in this game, every single fucking puzzle is the same. I mean, it looks so fucking gorgeous. I mean, look at it. Look at it. I don't want to say I wish I could play a proper game with this engine or with this graphic style, but it is so fucking gorgeous. But yeah. At the beginning, I was incredibly motivated playing this game because I went here and I was like, okay, what do I have to do here? Then you look at this puzzle thing and you obviously try out first. Does not work. Fun fact is, because this is pretty much a tutorial puzzle and the FPS are fucking up right now. What the fuck? For some reason, I'm only recording with 30 FPS right now. I have no idea why this is happening right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the 60 FPS video, now it's 60 FPS again, what the fuck? Okay, it could be the DX story is dropping around a little bit right now, I apologize for that. But yeah, these are puzzles that you can still do with try and error, but look at this. This is what I really like about this game, this is what I really enjoy about this game. If you look at this picture on the monitor, it kind of resembles this tree here, does it? And this is your hint. This is pretty much your hint. The apple is the point where you have to go, what means we have to connect it like this, I think. Puzzle solved. And we can continue to the next puzzle here. Again, these puzzles serve as tutorial right now. Here we kind of have the same thing with the apple. The frame rate is kind of dropping off, so we have to look at this tree here. I think we have to look at it like this around. The apple is here, so that means the solution has to be... Before I fail now, is it this one? There we go. Wait, no, I fucked it up. Did I fuck it up? I think I fucked it up, guys. But yeah, you kind of... Here I have to activate, I think, this one again, because if you fuck it up, you have to do it from the beginning. Sometimes you have to redo puzzles that you did already, because I don't know why he decided to do something like that. It was not that one, it was actually that one, I think. There we go. And again, I know that this is the tutorial section right now, and I don't think this is bad. You need to make people learn the mechanic. With this, you pretty much learn the mechanic about that... with this, you pretty much learn the mechanic about... That's... I'm probably gonna fuck it up now, do I? Was it this one? Fuck! I'm trying to do it out of my memory right now. That's what I not should do. So, you pretty much... I love that the game is teaching you the mechanics without giving you a tutorial. You know what I mean? Wait a moment, let me actually check that out. Oh god, how do I have to... I think, fuck. I think it was this one. Was it this one? Okay, it was this one. With this place, you can actually skip this place. And by the way, I didn't do this at the beginning. I did this set of puzzles pretty late. And this actually, I'm not going to continue here right now because I want to go to another puzzle section. But pretty much the beginning place here teaches you a lot of mechanics that you need later on in the game. And I apologize if the video is not as smooth as it should be. There are some frame rate issues right now. Maybe I should really try and use, I mean not on my screen, on the recording. Maybe I should really use Shadowplay at one point. But where was I? I really like the thing that they teach you the mechanics through the environment. This is a wonderful thing to do. It's awesome that there is no text box coming up saying, hey, by the way, you have to look at your environment for certain puzzles, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? This is a really cool thing. But as you can see right now, we're gonna go to a next area. Again, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a wonderful looking game. And I think at this point, I was playing for half an hour already or something like that. And I was like, okay, now they have to start doing different puzzles at one point. No, they don't. Because here, with another puzzle, it looks exactly the same. But this time around, we kind of have to steer both things here. So, like, our movement is getting mirrored with another line. And this is the setting of this puzzle here. And at this point, don't misunderstand me, ladies and gentlemen, but at this point I was already a little bit, okay. I guess the beginning, no, I did this already. I guess the beginning of the game starts like that. I have no problem with that, you know. And at this point I was still thinking, I was still having hope about the game. Like, it sounds so extremely terrible what I say here right now. But I mean, I'm rushing through here right now because I played it yesterday. But even if you do it blind, you know, it's not that hard at the beginning. And I think I fuck up already. Ladies and gentlemen. I have to go down. Then we go up here, then we go here, 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 here. And this gameplay mechanic, this... How am I saying that without sounding like a dick? This gameplay mechanic is not carrying the whole game for me. How can people say that this is a fucking awesome puzzle game if there are no variations in puzzles? Like if a Professor Layton... I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't want to sound like a dick, okay? But if a Professor Layton would be out on fucking PC... By the way, I'm blind. I need glasses here. If a Professor Layton would be fucking out on PC, a Professor Layton would wipe the floor with this game. It would wipe the floor with this game. There is just nothing else to say. Why? Because Professor Layton has different puzzles and not the only same repetitive puzzle over and over again. I know I'm repeating myself. I know this is probably not fun to watch, especially for the people that are the die-hard fans about the game. And if there are like people right now insulting me that I'm an asshole or something like that, I say just one thing: shut the fuck up. No. Like, there is no excuse for this. I'm sorry. There is no fucking excuse for this. Yes, there are probably people saying right now, but Michael, the puzzles are getting harder and harder with every single, like the more you play. Yes, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that later on there will be puzzles. Wait, I have to concentrate a tiny bit here. I think that's it. No, that's not it. I don't doubt that later on there will be puzzles that make your brain fry. I really don't doubt that. But why would I still be interested in the same concept of puzzle after 3 hours? Here they obviously build it like, you know, that the thing is semi-broken, so that kind of makes it a tiny bit harder. Not really. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not bitching, okay? I'm not bitching right now that it's too easy. This is not the case here right now. A puzzle game has to start easily. A puzzle game has to teach people the mechanics, okay? I'm all up for that. It has to be like this. If you don't teach the mechanics to people, you know, it's a bad game. And this game does an extremely well job in teaching all the mechanics to the people. But hell, let's be honest here. There is nothing much to teach because it's the same. Sorry. It's the same simple mechanic all over again. Here, obviously, we have to blacken out or overshadow or whatever all the black dots again. And at this point, I don't want to say at this point, like when I was playing that, I was probably like 45 minutes in. I was obviously going different routes. One cool thing is you can tackle pretty much every challenge of this island from the beginning. Obviously, you should go through the tutorial section that is obviously not marked for you, because sometimes you will have no fucking idea what you're doing if you don't know about the mechanics. And because I didn't went through the cherry blossom thing, you remember the cherry blossoms with the apple, where I told you this game is actually teaching you the mechanics at the beginning. It took me quite a while to figure this stuff out here, because I didn't know about the mechanics. So I was sitting here for like 2-3 minutes and I was asking myself, what the fuck do I have to do? By the way, another thing, you can't jump down here. Like, why can't I jump down here? I know that you want to fucking limit the areas that you can't fucking fall in water or something like that. But I mean, come on. Why can't I jump down here? Like, seriously. I know it's a walking simulator, and I don't mean it in a bad way. Before people are saying right now, I just hate these type of games. No, I don't hate these type of games. First, I love puzzle games. I'm not pretty good at puzzle games, but I love puzzle games. Second, I love walking simulators, and with walking simulators, I'm not one of the guys that says it, walking simulators in a negative tone. I love these games. I love Dear Esther. I love Colot. I love Gun Home. I love these games because they have a really awesome atmosphere, okay? I can understand that he blocks off this part, that you can't fall into the water. I can fucking understand it, but why can't I jump down here? Like, seriously? Like, this is fucking stupid. You know what I mean? But yeah, here we come to a puzzle section that I was really, really, really enjoying. Here. This, for example. I was a little bit on a loss here at the beginning. Not at this one, but this one actually teaches you another mechanic. We have the same mechanic with the lines again. We have double lines this time, so you could kind of ask yourself, what the hell do I have to do here? This is obviously not working. But here you kind of learn the mechanic with the background. You have to do it like this. And we solved the case. Now it is time for us to put the background into the puzzles. And again, for some reason the game went 30 FPS again. If for some reason the game goes 30 FPS at points, I apologize for that. And here we have the same thing, I think. Oh god, I think this one was like this. Here, obviously, some stuff is getting blocked off. So you kind of have to do some guesswork here. And I think it's a cool idea that not only that you have to make the same puzzles over and over again with the same manner. No, here you kind of have to use different mechanics. Or rather different things, you know. How do I explain it? That makes you think in a different manner. Here, for example, this took me a while because I had no idea what to do here. Like, this looks kind of weird. It probably just doesn't work like this. No, it does not. So you have to look around a little bit and you have to do it like this. I hope I'm doing it right now. I think I'm blocking something off. We have to go farther away. Here, like this. Wait. That should be it. I kind of hope that this is it. Could be that this is not gonna work now because I have not lined it up properly. Still worked. So you know where I want to go with this, or you know what I mean. I'm gonna ask you guys right now. Is this a mechanic Is this a mechanic of this game that can keep you... Okay, I'm probably gonna fuck this one up. Is this a mechanic, ladies and gentlemen, that can keep you... I think it was like this. That can keep you on your toes for the next 10 till 20 hours? And this is what I don't... I think... I ask myself, I had no expectations of that game. Like, seriously. I was one of the guys that had no freaking expectations of the game. By the way, was it the one where I have to go like this? Yeah. Here, for example, simple puzzle, simple thing. Like this, you have no indicator whatsoever. Like, you have no indicator whatsoever. What are you supposed to do here? Do it like this or what? You know? You have no indicator whatsoever. So you obviously have to take the mechanics that you learned right now and put it into motion. I first tried it like this, lining it up with these things. But then I was saying to myself, wait a moment, I used these stone things already, so I went behind it. And there you have the solution, I think. Wait. Yeah, this is the solution. Wait, no, this is not it. I think this is the solution. There we go. Why are you not going... Wait, why is he not... Am I stupid? Okay, guys, I can't go left for... Wait, what? Broken? Okay, that's weird. Let's actually try it from farther away. Pretty sure that this was the solution. There we go, now it worked. Found a bug. But yeah, we activated this now too. And I don't want to continue here right now. I want to show you a few more variations in puzzles, if you can call them variations. I want to go to a certain puzzle section. First of all, I'm gonna walk around the island a little bit more, because I think the island is extremely gorgeous, but at the same time, the island is extremely unimportant. Here we have another set of puzzles where we have to do something. Let's actually do this set of puzzles. Let's see what we have here. Oh, we have another one of the go over whatever things. I guess you understand what I mean. I hope that you notice that I'm being constructive. I don't even know if that word is the right word right now. I hope that even the biggest fanboys of this game notice that I'm not flaming this game. I think in my presentation here right now, you kind of, how is it called? You kind of feel that, let me think. Does this work like this? Wait, like this. I think in my presentation, you kind of see that I think that this game, oh god. Wait, I fucked this up, did I? Ah, like this. No. Did I fuck it up? I clearly fucked this one up. This is not it. Wait, I clearly fucked it up. I did something totally wrong here. I think I have to go one more down. There we go. And with that, we activate another thing. It feels so lazy. Like, why does it have to be monitors all the time? It's really hard for me. It's really hard for me to get my feelings in words right now about this game. Well, I'm kind of thinking about solving this puzzle section, but the thing is I missed the puzzle somewhere. Give me a second. Wait, I missed the puzzle somewhere? Ah, the thing is I need to do a bunch of more puzzles like this. And I think if you see this already, I'm pretty sure that if you see this already, you think it's repetitive already. Alone from seeing the game. Or am I the only one thinking like that? Maybe I'm the only one thinking like that, and maybe I'm a fucking asshole. But doesn't it look repetitive already? Here we have the same deal. Now we have to do it with two different lines, with two different colored lines. I mean, yeah, great. I mean, I'm not gonna do this now. this is another section, and this brings us to another section, and then we actually open up, like, I think one of the key things, at one point, I think every area has one choke point, how I want to call it, where you solve a key puzzle, and then something is coming out of a box. I think we're gonna see the box here, and a laser beam is getting sent, I think it's to the middle of the island. And I think every key area has a point like this. And after you enabled all the lasers, you can probably go to the end of the game. You probably don't have to solve every single puzzle, but yeah, that's how it is. That's how the game is kind of built up. Every area has a different theme. Let's actually go to the desert area. I like the desert area a lot. I'm not gonna do the desert area right now. But I really like the desert area a lot. Not only that, again, I think graphic-wise, it's so fucking gorgeous. It is so extremely gorgeous. Let's actually run a little bit. The desert area kind of plays with the sun. You have to take the sun into account here and solve the puzzles. But again, let me just show you the first puzzle. I'm probably not gonna even solve it. It's just something added now that you have to take the sun in account. Here, do you see that? Here, look at this. We have here this thing. We have no idea what to do. We start in the middle and we probably have to go somewhere. So you can use trial and error or something like that, but it's not helping you much. So after a little bit of thinking, you think, okay, we're in a desert area, and here you actually get a hint here. I can't go down. Oh, I can actually go down here. Nice. You can actually get a hint here, even if you have no idea what to do. If you explore the area a little bit more, you kind of get a hint. If you go up here, you will find a sun clock. Is it called sun clock? I don't even know. I think it's called sun clock in English. If you go here, you will find a sun clock, and this is pretty much hinting you that all the puzzles here are supposed to be solved with the use of the sun. And here is one thing. Why can't I jump down here? Like Jonathan Blow. Like, I'm sorry. You worked 7 years on this and you didn't make people be able to jump down here. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you really kidding me? I can't jump down. I mean, look at this. A fucking baby can jump down there. Like, these are these things where I have to ask myself, why? This is just terrible game design. It's not too bad. But for a game that was 7 years in development, it's, you know. But yeah, let's solve a few puzzles, or at least the first puzzle. Like I said, this area of puzzles pretty much works with the sun. But at the same time, you will see it again. I think you're kind of sick already about me talking about it. Oh, here, by the way, here we see kind of the solution already. It depends how you position yourself. And if you see it like this, if we position ourselves like this, we see the solution. So, okay, it's like, wait, yeah, it's like, wait, was it? I forgot it already. It's like this, I think. Was it here? There we go. And the whole area is working now with this. The whole area is kind of working now with this here. Do you see it? Again, here you kind of have to guess a little bit because the sun is getting blocked by the stone thing here, but I think it was like this. What makes this area extremely easy again. As soon as you find out what you have to do, the puzzles get so fucking piss easy. Now, I don't want to say piss easy. Like I said, I only played 3 tips and outs. I'm not gonna continue here right now because you saw the puzzle system here. But again, we have to draw a line from one point to another. And this is something what I don't understand. It's the same concept of puzzle over and over again. And people are saying that this game is a masterpiece and whatever. Did these people play proper puzzle games like Professor Layton? I'm sorry, a Professor Layton, when we just go to the puzzle quality, a game that many people say is made for fucking elementary school children, you know, has better puzzles than this game, has more variety in puzzles than this game. By the way, I'm only going here because I think this area looks extremely gorgeous. Here we have another completely different puzzle area with another mechanic, what I think is totally fine. But again, it's the same puzzle again. But here, this looks, like I said, this game looks extremely gorgeous. Look at this game. I mean, wow. I'm mind blown by how beautiful this goddamn game is. It's so beautiful. By the way, I think here we have another big one. Well, it doesn't work right now. But yeah, here's another puzzle in the environment. It's nice that they build puzzles in the environment. And somewhere is the... Oh, here. Do you see that cloud? I think if you line up this cloud properly with something else, you can have like a puzzle in the cloud. I'm not sure if it was this cloud or another cloud, but I think that was... You obviously have to line it up properly somewhere. And there are obviously hidden puzzles. There are puzzles that you don't have to do for the main story. But yeah, let me actually try to go to one more section, and then I think I can fucking stop it already. Like, if I'm not gonna lie to you if I say we saw everything. I'm sorry, we saw everything. You don't see anything else anymore. There is nothing else anymore. And this is after 3 till 4 hours. I think I solved over 100 puzzles or something like that. It said like 100 plus 7 or something like that. I don't know what the plus 7 meant. Maybe the plus 7 were the secret puzzles or something like that. I have no idea. I have no idea how many puzzles are actually in the game. I kind of don't fucking care because it's the same puzzle all the time. And yeah. Like, if anyone is seeing this right now, aren't my points valid? Maybe I'm going crazy. I'm not a hater, but aren't my points valid? Like, isn't this not enough? Like how can people, like, I like to play puzzle games, okay? Like, before anyone is saying right now, Michael, you're just a hater. No, I'm not a fucking hater, okay? I like puzzle games, okay? I'm not good at puzzle games. I mostly probably take a little bit longer than the average person to make to solve puzzles. But I like puzzle games. Like when you watch the stream of me. By the way, here there we have some nice. This is actually really nice for the mood. I don't know if these are statues or if these are people that lived here. A little bit to the backstory. You are a guy, you land on an island, and you have no idea what's going on. On my playthrough, I actually found a tape recorder that told me a little bit about the backstory, I think. But the recording, I will actually go to the tape recorder if I find the place. But yeah, I like puzzle games, okay? I never wanted to play puzzle games on stream because... Like I said, I am probably taking longer than the average person to get behind puzzle mechanics. But I'm a really big fan of puzzle games. But this is not enough. Like someone that is in this industry for 20, 30 years, or someone that plays video games for 20, 30 years, how can anyone say that this is enough? After playing a Professor Layton, for example. After playing games like Myst. You know what I mean? How can people be satisfied with this? By the way, there is a reason to go up that clock tower. Again, these are the things that I really like. We actually have a puzzle in... Wait, is there the one in the clouds here? No. But we actually have a puzzle in the environment here. To be honest, I don't know what this does so far, and I kind of don't care anymore. But yeah, this obviously activated something. I have no idea what it activated, but yeah. Like I said, I think it's really cool that he places puzzles in the environment, so you kind of have to be on the lookout. I think it's an extremely lazy job that 80% of the puzzles are made via monitors like this. You know what I mean? I was not able to solve this puzzle, by the way. I think the area that I am right now is kind of like a more expert area already, where a lot of mechanics that you learn throughout the game, you know, if you don't know about the mechanics, that's, you know, like here, this area, for example. I kind of know what you have to do here. If I try to explain this right now, I'm not going to do it. But here, for example, this area. I think this was, you kind of have to put all the colors, how you call it? Ah, God, this is really hard for me to explain in English. You kind of have to put all the colors separately, if I'm not mistaken. You learn that, obviously, at a certain point. Like, all the colors kind of have to be separately. I don't know anymore. But yeah, let's actually go. This video is going, I think, extremely long already. So I want to show you 2 more areas that spice things a little bit up, but are the best proof that this game is just rehashing the same puzzle over and over again. And again, like I said, if I have to say one thing, like, you hear it already. You hear it already that I bitch like a little girl. I know that. I really know that I bitch like a little girl. But this game is so gorgeous. I want to play a jump and run. I want to play a platformer. I want to play any other game with this graphic style. Because it's so clean. It's so sharp. It's so gorgeous. I can't even... Like, I would like to play this on a 144 Hz monitor right now. Because I think it's extremely gorgeous if it's not locked on 60 FPS. Again, the environment, the design of the island is so incredibly gorgeous. I have nothing to bitch about that. There are castles, there are tree houses, there is a city, there are caverns, you know what I mean? There is a fucking shipwreck somewhere. I think we're actually going to the shipwreck, and I think there we can stop it for today, or for this first look. Like, I have nothing against the island. The island is gorgeous. But the island is so... There is nothing in there. There is no threat in this island. It's not like that you are getting, you know... It's not like that you fight for survival. At least up until this point, there is no threat. You know what I mean? In other walking simulators, in quotation, you at least have a threat, like in Kolat, for example. I know the island is only counting as a hub for all the puzzles. I know that. But... the island doesn't feel natural enough, you know? It's like you go to a game show, you go to a crazy game show, they put you on an island and you have to solve puzzles there. That's what this is all about. By the way, this is pretty cool here. This is fucking cool. And again, we have a slight frame rate drop. I don't know why this is, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. I hope, there we go, there it goes up again. It has something to do with DX Story. This is pretty cool. But as you can see on this maze already, it's the same mechanic. So we walk through the maze right now. And here we have another one of these puzzle things. And if you look at this, you kind of notice that this looks like the maze. What means, to open this door, we have to retrace the steps that we went in. And I think I can solve it already, because I still remember it, or I still have it in my memory. I think it was like this. Was it this? I think it was one up. And then through here. Puzzle solved. And now they continue with the mazes. And I'm totally honest. Here. The next ones were actually, how is it called? Were actually taking me a little bit, if I remember correctly. And this one is a pretty cool puzzle. Like, you look at the maze and you think it's the same thing again, where you have to retrace your steps. But then you kind of see, like, you don't get to a solution. So the solution to this puzzle is, you need to go through this maze in a way where the grass is not in the way. And these are like the points where I really like the game. And now we have another frame rate choke. So we're gonna go through here. There is no grass here. There's no grass here. Here. And so you have to go through this maze here. Everything is blocked off. And I'm sorry for the frame rate hiccups. I didn't have that while I was playing the game. Here, there you go. No grass here. And now we have to find a way through here and through here. And now we kind of have to retrace it. And I think I walked like this. And these are like the slight passages in the game that give me, how is it called? That give me hope. But at every end, it just ends up being the same thing. Here's another thing. And this one took me a while too. Hear the sound. This one is based on the sound, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we need this sound. This is wrong, I think. There we go. There we go. That's wrong. That's wrong. I think this one took me like 5 minutes or so to find out. I'm not lying here. There we go. Oh god, now I have to retrace it. I think I walked like this. And you know, I think there are really awesome ideas within these puzzles. There are really awesome ideas within these puzzles. But it all ends up being the same fucking shit. You know what I mean? I'm really, really sorry. It's not enough for me. And by the way, I think here, this one is a combination of sounds. If I'm not mistaken. Was this one a combination of sound? I have no fucking idea. I don't even remember this one anymore. But yeah. This was like a mechanic that I really enjoyed. But again, it all tends up being the same thing. Okay, we're gonna go to one more thing. The presentation is not as good as I wanted it to be. I really apologize for that. But I think my key thing that I wanted to show you is that the whole game is based around one principle. Is it called principle? I think, yeah. It's based around one principle of a puzzle. And this is not enough. This is by far not enough for me, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have some kind of a fight going on. I have no idea what this is meaning. I mean, the island clearly has some interesting things in it. Are these just stone statues, or were these people that got stoned? Petrified, you know what I mean. I have no idea. But at this point, I don't care anymore, because this game just doesn't have enough for me. So here, by the way, here we have another of these puzzle things, but this time around, we have to activate this thing, and now instead of us using the thing around here, we actually have to go physically on this thing and solve the puzzle. So we kind of have to remember, here we have again the mechanic from before with the black dots, what means we have to cover the black dots. Fun fact is, you can start walking on this shit like this, and you can actually go back and look at your progress, what I think is kind of stupid. You should not be able to do this, because that makes it way too easy. You know what I mean? But yeah. So this time around, we do the same puzzle again. Speaking about way too easy, I think I failed it already. Oh god, was it like this? I think it was like this. Gonna do it now blindly. I think it was like this. I hope I'm doing it right, guys. Yeah, did it right. As you can see, it's this... I'm sorry. Like, if anyone is thinking that I'm an asshole or something like that, if anyone is saying, like, I have no idea about the game, please call me out. Please call me out, because I don't understand it. I don't understand this game. I'm sorry. I really don't understand it. Here we have the same concept. We have to separate black from white. So the best solution here is, I think, it was like this. I probably fucked it up already. Like, as you can see, it's nice that he puts on... Wait, did I think I fucked it up? It's nice that he puts on a twist, you know what I mean? He puts on a twist with the game, and he makes you do it in all... I think that's it. He makes you do it in all different methods. There we go. And I think this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna continue here right now. Later, you kind of have to solve a puzzle on top of a tower, and you have to take all the puzzles into account that you solved already. What I think, cool ideas, but it's not enough, because it's the same fucking puzzle all over again. And the thing is, I don't follow a lot of review sites, okay? Because, let's be honest, in the year 2016, finding so-called professional game reviewers, you know, that are not sold off or bought off by other companies to make good reviews for the games, you know, are scarce. But I follow some. I'm not gonna fucking say some names anymore. And all the people that I follow, where I actually think, okay, that's worth to actually read some reviews of them, are saying that this game is an incredible puzzle game. And this is like the first time I'm completely against everything. Like, no, for me personally, it's not a good puzzle game. I apologize for saying that, no. It uses the same core mechanic and makes it harder all the time. Puts twist in it. Sometimes reverses the rules. It's one puzzle. It's one fucking puzzle over the course of, I don't know. I have no idea how long the game is. 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours. It's one puzzle over the course of, let's say, 20 hours. And no. Maybe at one point I'm gonna upload the playthrough that I recorded for the YouTube channel. It actually has like, I think, 6 or 7 parts. And if I would upload the playthrough, you would kind of hear me like now, like bitching around, when is another puzzle coming? When is there another variation of a puzzle? And now there are probably people saying like that, but Michael, you compared with Professor Layton. How can you compare it with Professor Layton? It wouldn't make sense to make math puzzles, to make geometry puzzles, you know, to make whatever puzzles. Does it make sense to solve puzzles on fucking monitors all around the island? No, that does not make sense too. Why didn't he put in different amounts of puzzles, different kind of puzzles? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Why didn't he put different amount of puzzles in this game? Why is it only the one same bullshit concept of a puzzle that gets repetitive after 1 or 2 hours of playing? It's not going in my head. I want to understand it. And I gave this game a chance. I'm not one of the guys saying, me. I hate this game because you can't shoot, because you can't fucking jump, because you can't do shit. I love these kind of games, okay? I love them. But giving this game 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 ratings, with one core puzzle and with an island that feels so out of place. This island is gorgeous. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. I think for me personally, artistically, this is one of the most gorgeous games I've played in my life. But the island is non-believing. It just is there as a hub for the puzzles. Nothing else. Nothing else. And there is absolutely no variation in the puzzles. Look at the Talos Principle. Look at Portal. Look at Professor Layton. All of them have different, like, Portal. I mean, Portal, you can say that Portal uses the same principle of a puzzle all the time too. One portal there, the other portal there. But there is more to it. You have to do jump and run. You have to make timing things. You know what I mean? Here, you just connect the fucking dots with other dots. And this is not a good puzzle game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. By the way, here we have a little bit of side information about this island. Let me actually activate subtitles.
A shipowner was about to send to sea an emigrant ship. He knew that she was old and not well built at the first, that she had seen many seas and climes, and often had needed repairs. Doubts had been suggested to him that possibly she was not seaworthy. These doubts preyed upon his mind and made him unhappy. He thought that perhaps he ought to have her thoroughly overhauled and refitted, even though this should put him at great expense. Before the ship sailed, however, he succeeded in overcoming these melancholy reflections. He said to himself that she had gone safely through so many voyages and weathered so many storms that it was idle to suppose she would not come safely home from this trip also. He would put his trust in Providence, which could hardly fail to protect all these unhappy families that were leaving their fatherland to seek for better times elsewhere. He would dismiss from his mind all ungenerous suspicions about the honesty of builders and contractors. In such ways, he acquired a sincere and comfortable conviction that his vessel was thoroughly safe and seaworthy. He watched her departure with a light heart, and benevolent wishes for the success of the exiles in their strange new home that was to be. And he got his insurance money when she went down in mid-ocean, and told no tales. What shall we say of him? Surely this, that he was verily guilty of the death of those families. It is admitted that he did sincerely believe in the soundness of his ship, but the sincerity of his conviction can in no wise help him, because he had no right to believe on such evidence as was before him. He had acquired his belief not by honestly earning it in patient investigation, but by stifling his doubts. And although in the end he may have felt so sure about it that he could not think otherwise, yet inasmuch as he had knowingly and willingly worked himself into that frame of mind, he must be held responsible for it.
Am I the
William
only...
K. Clifford, 1874.
Am I the only one that thinks that was incredibly monotone and without heart? Like, I'm sorry, like... I don't say anything about the length of it. I actually like games that have like slow pauses like that, where you just sit or walk around and hear someone talking and giving you a little bit of a backstory or side stories or something like that. But that was incredibly monotone and boring. It's like they hired a guy, maybe it was Jonathan Blow himself, I have no fucking idea and I don't care. But it was incredibly monotone. Couldn't you have gotten someone that would have put it with more heart? You kind of heard on that monologue that he was just getting a piece of paper in front of him and he was just reading it out loud, nothing more. But yeah, I think I'm at a point where I showed enough already. Everything else what I would show would just mean I show you the same thing. What is there about to say for me? Let's actually look there. I like these colors. I'm gonna put away the gamepad. If you actually survived it until now and you didn't sleep in or something like that, I think, like, seriously, no one can say I'm just hating the game. And you can clearly not say, Michael, you just hate the game because you're too stupid. I'm not too fucking stupid for the game. All the fucking puzzles that I played so far, and I had like 3 till 4 hours in, were all solvable. Like, the longest one that I took was like, I think 5 minutes. And it was, I think, one in the mazes. The one where you needed to hear, like, where on what surface you walk on. I'm not saying I don't like the game because it's puzzles or anything. I say I don't like the game because it has no variety in puzzles. It's the core principle of a puzzle. Only altered, added with new rule sets, added with new regulations, added, sometimes the puzzles are getting upside down and stuff that you learned you have to reverse and stuff like that. But the core principle, I think it's called, or the core, principle is you fucking connect a line at one point to another point. And this is the whole game. Sometimes you have to look at the environment for the solutions. Later, you kind of have to fucking connect the line in shapes. Like in shapes, you see shapes on the screen. Oh God, is there... God, the thing is, maybe I can go there. Like, that I can show that no one can say. That no one can say that I'm not giving the game a chance. You know what I mean? That no one can fucking say it. Because I'm giving the goddamn game a chance. You know what I mean? The thing is, I don't know with the shape. There is like one segment with shapes, but I don't know anymore. Like, that's the cool thing. Wait, was it the mill? I don't even know if it was the mill right now. This is like the one cool thing about this game. The one cool thing about this game is the island is big. Like, there is a lot to explore, okay? There is a lot to explore in this game. There is no doubt about it that if you play the game and if you want to have a big world, it doesn't mean if the world is believable or something like that. If you have a big world, that there is a lot to explore. Okay? But you hear it. I bitch around the thing that it's just the same concept of the game. And I'm not gonna walk around right now because I will not be able to find it anyway. Like, later on when I say sometimes you have to solve the puzzles with shapes, how do I explain it? Like, you know the Tetris blocks. Like the long block and then the triangle block. Sometimes you have these blocks on the monitors too, what means you have to build the line around these shapes. So you have to, like, if you say like 2 Tetris blocks in one of the monitors, you have to build the line with these blocks, with the shapes of these blocks in mind. They definitely add to every puzzle always a twist, but it is not fucking enough. I am sorry, it is not enough. It feels extremely lazy that 80% of the puzzles, by the way, I can walk around the fucking place a little bit, that you can see a little bit more of the wonderful graphics. I think it's extremely lazy that most of the fucking puzzles are on fucking monitors all around the island. Yes, sometimes you have puzzles, by the way, I think I was not even here. Sometimes you have puzzles, you know, that are built in the environment, what I think is a cool thing. But again, I did have no expectations for this game, okay? I think Braid was a wonderful game, but the amount of hype Braid got was overhyped. Braid is a good game, but it's not an awesome game, it's not a superb game. Braid is a wonderful, good game, but that's it. Braid got hyped that much, and pretty much Jonathan Blow got hyped that much. He was pretty much the first indie developer that was a success story. There is no doubt about that, and shit is that waterfall loud. I wasn't here, by the way, this is all new for me. And Jonathan Blow, fuck is this loud, I don't even know if you hear me right now. Jonathan Blow was pretty much the first indie developer success story. Hell, the movie, Indie Game, the movie or something like that, I don't know how the fucking movie is called, he was like one of the key figures about this movie, okay? And obviously, I'm gonna say something right now what probably will be, where people will start to flame me. By the way, I think here are the clouds that you kind of have to put together, as you can see. And I'm gonna say something, if this game would have not been released by Jonathan Blow, people would say the puzzles that are in this game are not enough. You can quote me on that one. If this game would have not been released by the guy that made Braid, game reviewers and everyone else would say this is an average puzzle game. They would say if you want to have a proper puzzle game with different puzzles, play, okay, on PC, what do you have on PC? Portal, the Taylor's Principle, you know what I mean? That's what they would say. But the only reason, and I'm going so far right now and said it, I don't fucking care what everyone is thinking about me, but the only reason why this game gets these ratings right now is because Jonathan Blow is so overhyped. You can't fucking give this game a 7 out of 10 after you fucking said that Braid was a fucking masterpiece. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, I'm probably all alone with that opinion, but as you can see, if you love the game, I have a request. If you love this game, maybe you want to type me in the comments. Are you not tired of making the same puzzle over and over again? Are you not tired of it? Are you not tired of eating pizza every day? We are tired of fucking ego shooters being duck and cover or third-person shooters being duck and cover all the time. And this is the same thing. It's the same core principle of a puzzle. I'm repeating myself. I think I made pretty clear what my problem with the game is. And I was complimenting the game in cases where it deserves it. I'm complimenting it in the design of the island. I'm complimenting it with the graphics. I'm complimenting it that he actually put puzzles inside the environment. But everything else for me is a big disappointment, and I was not even hyped for the game. I went into this game with no expectations whatsoever. I went in with no expectations whatsoever. You don't need to tell me right now, oh, Michael, you were just overhyped and now you're disappointed. No, I went in with no expectations. And at the beginning, like if I would upload the playthrough that I uploaded, you would have heard in my voice how I fucking squeaked about how gorgeous this game is and how wonderful it looks. And with every part of the recording that I actually recorded, you noticed me saying more, it's this puzzle again. Wait, it's this puzzle again. Up until like 3.5 hours or something like that, I was only bitching about that I want to see a different puzzle. And then I was like saying, no, I'm not going to upload this. Since 2.5 hours, I'm not enjoying the game because it's the same principle of a puzzle all over again. This game, puzzle-wise, and I only say puzzle-wise compared with Portal, compared with a Taylor's Principle, and especially compared with a Nintendo-only series, Professor Layton. Like, Professor Layton is wiping the floor with this game. Professor Layton has 150 puzzles in every game, and there are at least half of them are unique. You have math puzzles, you have geometry puzzles, you have, oh God, I don't even know how to call all these puzzles that are there, you know what I mean. You have puzzles that make your brain melt, and this is a fucking children's game, Professor Layton. And this game, Professor Layton makes a 10-time better job than The Witness. I'm sorry, this is my opinion. At the same point, 37 euro. This game is 37 euro. I don't know how much it is in other regions. I don't know if it's $36 in America. But The Witness, for what you get, is overpriced. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that often. I'm not saying often that a game is overpriced. 7 years of work went into this game. I see 7 years of work in that island, but I don't see the 7 years of work in the puzzles. It's the same puzzle over and over and over and over and over again, what makes it extremely repetitive. And if someone can enlighten me what is so great about doing the same puzzle over and over and over and over again, only with added rules or whatever, please tell me. Please tell me. Maybe I'm not understanding it. Maybe I'm not understanding it. Maybe I had too high expectations in my no expectations that I had already. Like when he announced he makes a puzzle game, I was thinking, oh my god. This guy makes a puzzle game with so many different puzzles, and in the end, it's only one puzzle after another. The same fucking puzzles. The same fucking principles. I'm not understanding it. I like that there is no tutorial. I like that he's giving you no hints. I like that you have to look at the island, you know, to get clues and shit like that. That's all stuff that I like. But after 3 till 4 hours, I saw enough. I noticed that there are no other puzzles coming. I then actually went to the internet and looked up a guide to see if the puzzles are changing. And I scrolled that guide down, and the last puzzles in the game were still the same puzzles. And please don't come me now, but Michael, you have to play it longer. After 12 hours, the puzzles get awesome. No. I got enough after 3 hours already. This is probably a game that you can play like 10 minutes a day, and after like 5 months you are done with it because you make... It's like you solve... Yeah, it's... I guess I really expected, like when he said a puzzle game, I really expected different puzzles. You know what I mean? I really expected different puzzles. I didn't, like... It's like... I could ask people the question that makes Sudoku puzzles all the time. Like, why are you doing this all the time? It's just the same shit over and over again. You know what I mean? I think I was saying, I was saying to you like three minutes ago that I was not expecting anything. I think I'm lying there. I was expecting a puzzle game. I was expecting a puzzle game with variety, and I didn't get it. I got a puzzle game that uses one principle. One core principle. And that's it. 37 euro, ladies and gentlemen. I barely say that games are overpriced, but this is an overpriced game. Jonathan Blow was actually whining around on Twitter a little bit that it's #1 in the torrent charts. What do you expect, dude? Of course your fucking game is #1 on the torrent charts, you know what I mean? Hell, release a demo version. Obviously, it would still be #1 on the torrent charts, but Jonathan Blow, why does this game has no demo? You know why, Jonathan, because you know yourself that if you would let people play this for an hour in a demo, let's say you would make a demo version with a 30-minute time limit. Nah, that wouldn't be good because you can access everything. But let's say you would put a part of the island inside a demo version. He knows already that people would not buy the game because after that hour they would notice that it's only the same puzzle over and over again. I'm gonna wrap it up now, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like the game. Yes, I'm swimming against everyone else here, but I think I gave out my reason. I'm not just flaming it like some fucking internet keyboard warrior, you know what I mean? I think I gave reasons enough of why I dislike the game. I'm happy for people that enjoy the game, but like seriously, 7 years of wait. There were people waiting 7 years for this game. And you really want to tell me that, like, even the most hardcore fan that waited 7 years for this You are 100% satisfied? I can't believe that. Like, I really can't believe that. But apparently, the whole internet is the same opinion, and all game reviewers are the same opinion that this is a 10 out of 10 game. I'm not understanding it. You saw my presentation here right now. I am happy that people can enjoy it. I wish that I could enjoy it as much as all the other people. I don't want to dislike the game because I think the game has potential, and again, graphic-wise, it's so incredibly gorgeous. It's just the puzzles that have no long-term effect on me. The puzzles are incredibly boring for me. I'm sorry. I think that's what I have to say. I don't know how long that video got right now because I didn't set my stopwatch, but I think it got like an hour or something like that, so I apologize for the over length. If you actually made it until here and you didn't type a comment that I'm an asshole or something like that, if you want to type comments, please keep it clean. I know that I'm swimming against the majority here right now, and I know that stuff like that is bound to get trolls or whatever here. If you are a hardcore fan of the game and you fucking flame me for my presentation here and you call me whatever, then you are a fucking idiot, because at no point I flamed this game for no reason. At no point I was actually bashing the game. I was trying to make constructive criticism at every single point, because I think many people close both eyes on certain parts of this game where actually criticism should be implemented, but they don't because it has the name Jonathan Blow in it. It is an okay game. It is not worth €37, and I barely say that. I barely say that. This game is a $14.99 game for me. And even with $14.99, I think the content is just not there because it's the same puzzle over and over again. I'm gonna stop now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I needed to get it out of my chest. If you have a different opinion about the game, type it down in the comments. And hell, maybe in 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10 million years, I'm gonna sit myself down one more time and give this game another chance. But I don't think so, because I know already that the puzzles are all the same. And by the way, maybe at one point when I'm drunk, I may be gonna upload my 7 parts that I recorded already of the playthrough. But I kind of don't want to upload them because, like I said, like starting part 3, I was bitching every single second when I came to another puzzle. This is the same puzzle again. This is the same puzzle again. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the same puzzle again. Like 2 hours I was talking like this. And I decided to actually not upload it because no, I don't want it. I wanted to make like a first look on this right now, a neutral look on this game from someone that had no expectations of it. It has good ideas, but the overall variety is not there. It feels incredibly... I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. That's just it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I want to play a puzzle game, I want to play something like Layton. And I don't understand it. Why didn't he implement more puzzles? There is no explanation for not doing it. Like, different puzzles. Like, there is a billion puzzle concepts on this world out. And he took one core... I'm stopping. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you were able to enjoy this video lightly or slightly with all my bitching around. I'm sorry for the frame drops at certain points in the video, but yeah. Thank you very much for watching this. This was Michael1985 having a first look on The Witness. I would like to say download the demo version and try it out, but there is no demo version. It's kind of sad that even indie developers, in quotation, don't fucking put out demo versions anymore. This is the time that we are in. But again, I'm gonna say it one more time. There is a reason that there is no demo version. Because Jonathan Blow himself knows already how small the core game actually is. And I told it to you, after an hour you saw everything, and I'm gonna go so far, gameplay-wise and puzzle-wise, after watching this first look that probably went over an hour already, you pretty much saw everything. That was me, Michael1985. I'm signing off, and I wish you a wonderful day. And if you are actually playing this game right now, and you have a lot of fun, I am happy for you. I wish I could enjoy the game as much as you do. but I can't. Thank you very much. This is Michael1985, and I am signing off.